Hi, I'm Theresa Baird with Keller Williams Realty Solutions, and I'm here with Joy Joy. I'm also one of the founding members of the Professional Network Association in Mississauga, and I am on Jennifer Beals' Unleashed PR TV, and Joy Joy's here with me, and we're going to have a great day, aren't we? We are. It's a great day.
I'm with Theresa Baird today, who is the founder of the Professional Networking Association in Mississauga, and she's also in the top 0.5% of realtors in the Toronto area, and one of the top in Canada. And you have built your business 100% from networking, haven't you? You are just like a massive networker.
Absolutely.
And I want to ask you some stuff about what is it that is making it work so well for you? Because I know for some people, it's not working great for them.
You have to go into the attitude with networking to make it all about the other people. And if you make it all about the other person, it all comes back to you. So it's really simple, but people just don't understand. You got to be engaged and make them feel great.
Okay.
And they'll want to bring you business.
Okay. And so give me some stuff. Like, how do you engage with people and make them feel good and get, a connection happening fast?
Well, the most important thing I think is to make sure that you're not out there trying to, today, if I go to a breakfast meeting today, I'm not about trying to get a client for myself today. I'm about engaging with people that I can do two things. Find a person that's going to help me make my business a little bit better, but how can I find a piece of business for them? How can I connect them to somebody else? If I can do that and they do a great job, I listen to them, I find out what their hot buttons are, then help them promote their business, then it's going to come back that they're naturally going to want to help my business.
Okay, and so how do you get people talking about themselves?
Well, most people want to talk about themselves, and that usually is the problem. But if you ask the right questions, then you can engage to find out, do they really have some depth? Because some people are just talkers, and some people don't have anything. And they're not successful.
Right. What's a great first question to ask somebody when you just walk up and meet them, shake their hand at an event?
Well, people, especially if it's a new business, they feel kind of shy if they don't have a lot of business. But I try to talk about and find out, do they have a passion for their business? Because if they have a passion for their business and they love what they do and they get up every morning and want to do it, they will be successful, even if they're new at it. The people who are successful, you can feel it. You know if there's a passion for their business.
You probably make them feel great too, because they're feeling great in their passion when they're talking to you.
Absolutely, because I love what I do.
Okay, so what are you listening for? People are talking about their business. What are you listening for?
Really want to find out if they like it and are they engaged with their client base. So let's take a particular industry. I was in need of a photographer for my own business. So when I was at a networking group, I met a photographer. And what I wanted to find out is, did they have a true passion for it, or was it just a hobby? Because some people try to take a hobby and make it into a business. And that's not what I was looking for, but it's okay if that's where they are in their business. But if they really want to take that hobby, or if they've actually made it into a business, then that's what I was looking for, and then I can help them grow that business.
Okay. So you met this person. What did you hear? You heard it was a hobby, or you heard their passion?
No, I heard it was a serious business, and they wanted to grow it to the next level. And it was the enthusiasm and the passion that came out for it. And what was really cool is just by asking a lot of questions, it was, well, who do you take pictures of? Is it people? Is it nature? Is it architecture? What's your passion? And it was really neat, because what came out of it was a passion for a lot of different areas. What was really cool was there was a passion for architecture and homes. That's what I was looking for.
And they didn't even know you were looking for that.
They didn't even know I was looking for it.
Because they hadn't asked a question.
They haven't, no, because most people really want to talk about themselves first.
Okay.
And I like that in the sense that I think it's great, but I want to ask the questions to get them talking about the things that will help determine whether I want to do business with, or if I think I can help them.
Okay.
Sometimes I can help them, and sometimes I can't.
Okay, so great question first is ask about their business. Is there passion there? And then ask a little bit, dig in. If you're looking for somebody, ask some questions before saying, I'm looking for someone, and figure out if you'd like to hire them, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, second great question. What would you recommend people say?
Probably the second one would be their passion for their family and their community. Because I'm all about that.
What's important about that, knowing about that to you?
It makes you feel like you're a little bit more rounded of a person. I was guilty of it years ago, where it was just all about work, and I never talked about my family. I never talked about the community. It was all about work. you become a boring person when you do that. Did it to myself. So I'm now a much more rounded person because I enjoy my family, I enjoy the community, I enjoy giving back to the community, and people like doing business with people that are like them.
But you're probably learning about somebody as well when you're asking that question, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's not just to get someone to talk, it's actually, you're what are you looking for?
Well, it's engaging on
listening
different
to?
levels, engaging on different levels. Sometimes when you get them talking about those other things, you find that you actually have more in common. You find that you have other connections. And those other connections. I was actually overhearing a conversation this morning when a lady said, wow, I met this guy, but I actually found out that through meeting this person, he was married to one of my good friends and I didn't know. I mean, it's really neat, the connections that can come out of it.
Okay, so that gives an opportunity then to engage further with somebody, right?
Absolutely.
And you're starting to see a connection happening, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if the connection's nice and warm, you'll want to continue the conversation. Sometimes at one of those networking meetings, you don't get the opportunity to talk for a great length of time. But if you felt good and your initial response was good, you're going to make a point of following up with that person.
Okay, and then you're going to ask for their card and you're going to take the initiative and follow up with them? Okay.
And follow up, when you're asking, what's bad, most people go out, try to connect with everybody and don't follow up with
And don't
anybody.
follow up. It's crazy, and you get all these business cards and then do nothing with it.
They do nothing with them. They're stuck in a drawer and it's all great. And the sad part is, a lot of the networking events too, people go out and all they did was talk all night and they really didn't meet anybody. They never heard the sound of somebody else's voice. It was only their own.
Right, and
What
so
a
the
waste
connection,
of an evening.
and the connection wasn't made. Okay, so you're talking to somebody, you're feeling nice and warm, you're going to get their card, but what about those times when you're talking to somebody and you're not feeling a connection and you're going, I don't, nothing wrong with the person, just I'm not feeling like this is the person that I should follow up with. How do you disengage? Let's get exit strategy.
Exit strategy is hard sometimes. So sometimes it's, I've been really busy. There's a lot of people that I do want to meet here tonight, and I want to make sure I get a chance to do that. But something I'm going to do for you is maybe we will, I'll find somebody else that's a great connection, and, I stole that line from somebody else. I might bring them back to meet with you. Sometimes that little part works for you.
So still being helpful and wanting to, help them out and being more successful. Nothing wrong if there's not a connection as well. We need to be honest about that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The neat part, though, if you did hear them, you might find out down the road that first appearances aren't the way you thought they were, and there could be a connection where you could reconnect down the road.
Right, because
if you ask the right questions,
somebody might be
work.
just shy, right? That you're meeting, and so they're awkward, and it's not really they're awkward people, but some people are more shy, and I know because I was pathetically shy when I started out networking, and things changed over time. So give people a break.
I was never shy, but the problem was, sometimes I talk too much. And you realize it yourself. If you talk too much, you never gave the other person a chance to really get to know you really well. Or in the sense you never got to know them really well. And you really got to make it a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
And you can't do it all in a little short tidbit. You got to sometimes take that opportunity and expand it beyond just that meeting.
Right, and keep going with people and keep getting to know them over time.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so I have a question for you.
Okay.
Tell me about like a time when you were not, necessarily in a business networking meeting, but you were just in life, because you're talking about how all of it comes together. And you ended up connecting with somebody and you weren't even like expecting it.
Well, several things. It's amazing. I'm an international real estate agent as well.
Okay.
And I wanted to make this connection beyond the local marketplace. And sometimes it's very, very interesting. I was just on a trip in the United States, and I actually bumped into a lady who was doing a train tour that I was doing. And she was from Windsor. And just by chatting with her and asking her questions, I was on vacation. She ended up knowing 3 other people that I knew. She actually brought me 2 pieces of business. People that were moving from Windsor back into the Mississauga area. And I was on vacation, and I was engaging with her, but I was asking her questions. And that opportunity came out of it, where I got a call, had no idea at the time, but I got a call 3 weeks later after I was home, and the connection came, and it was all because I'd met Cindy on that train.
Wow.
So it was really
Great
cool.
story.
She loved the energy, connected me with the right person, and there was a $2 million household because of it. Pretty neat.
So, when we have those chunks of time on an airplane, on a train, on a bus,
Wherever it is.
golf course, wherever it is, when we have some time with people, just take our time, have a conversation, connect with those people. You never know what could come from it.
You don't know.
So.
And when you're connecting in an area that's not a business situation, let's talk about the golf course for a second. Use the golf course to talk to people about themselves. Talk to them about themselves, but not business. related. It's much better to get into the personal part, because you might find that you might not still have the perfect business connection for you, but when you find out that you really like people and their interests, it's amazing how many other ways that you can bring business to that person, and they will tell so many people about you that business can come back to you in a whole different manner.
Okay.
So talk about
great questions.
Yeah.
Ask about their business, ask about their personal life, and listen.
Listen.
Get a sense if there's a connection, and you're listening for how you can help the other person. If you can, grab their card, follow up. If you can't, just disengage and look for other opportunities to help the person in the immediate sense.
Yeah. And even if you didn't hit it with that person, if you brought something back to them some way, it all comes back. Just try to help each other. We all helped
Add
each
value.
other grow their business. The world's a better place for all of us.
Absolutely. Networking definitely works
it
when you
works.
do it the right way.
It works.
Thank you. So how can people connect with you?
The best part for connecting with me is through two ways. Through my own website, tbaird.com, and I also have a great community website called portcreditliving.com. It's interactive, it's fun, and it's a great way to not only connect with me, but with the whole community.
Everybody get connected to Theresa Baird.
Thank you, Jennifer. This is wonderful.
Thank you, too.